Welcome to the brand new Viral View Profits Dashboard. I'm excited to break down all of the different features and how you can leverage this to help you make more money inside of your affiliate or influencer business. This is something that we've been working and planning for the last year and a half, and it's finally here. So I'm excited to give you guys a complete breakdown. So with that being said, we're going to go to your web app.viralview.com, and you will see this profits dashboard. Now, this is only available for pro members. So if you guys have questions about upgrading, you guys can always feel free to reach out. But if you guys are already a pro user, you guys will have access to everything that I'm going to be breaking down in this video. So once you go to your web app, you might not have any data, and that's because you have not refreshed your earnings. So what you're going to do is go to the Viral View extension, click on Associate Central, and it will take you to this dashboard. And you will see a few new buttons that magically appeared. And this is where you're going to need to refresh your Creator Connections earnings, your standard commissions earnings on both off and on-site store IDs. So there's going to be a total of 4 buttons that you press. And to basically get to the difference is you're going to click this drop down, do your offsite, and then do your onsite. And once you have that, that's going to populate into the dashboard. Now, to keep it updated, you can do this whenever you want, daily, once a week, and you can just hit refresh recent. Once you have that pulled in, it will take you maybe a minute or so. You can come back to the web app, and this is where you're going to see everything that we have. Now you can basically close this out so you can see a bigger view of it. Since my head is in the way, I'm just going to leave it like this. But you'll see these cards up at the top, and this is going to give you kind of a quick overview, a quick snapshot of your lifetime earnings, breaking down the influencer, associates, creator connections, which is really cool. It's going to give you those insights and kind of break down where they're coming, where the bulk of your commissions are coming from. You got your revenue generated, items sold. Then one of my personal favorites is earnings through Viral View. This is just going to show the value that Viral View is bringing. It's not taking in time into consideration, which is fine, but it's going to show you how much you're earning from accepted campaigns. Now, this is only have been tracked since September 20th. And so you might be like, oh, well, it's not as much as I would have hoped. And it's because it just literally started tracking. I wish we had the data from 6 months ago, but it's basically from September 20th and forward. And so that's why this number is a little lower. The free products, this is basically coming from your brand deal tracker. So depending on how updated you keep this brand deal tracker, that number is going to reflect right there. And then the commissions from free product, this is a really cool kind of feature to show like, okay, from the samples that you're getting from Viral View, what are generating Creator Connections earnings. And so you're going to be able to see all of that in one spot. You'll also be able to see it right here inside of Creator Connections. You'll see the earnings from Viral View, the free products, the campaigns. And if you hover over this information icon, it will break down, hey, this has been tracked since September 20th. So moving forward, this number is just going to get bigger and bigger the more that you use Viral View. And so that's just kind of a cool feature to see what Viral View is actually bringing to the table for your influencer or affiliate business. Now, down below, we have these different tabs. So you have the overview. This is going to show you your influencer earnings, show you the revenue, the standard earnings, and the Creator Connections earnings. So standard is green, Creator Connections is purple, and then revenue is orange. And you can adjust this. So 6 months, this is going to adjust. 12 months, this is going to adjust. 24 months, this is going to adjust. And then you can also customize however you want. And then down below, this is associates earnings as well. The device performance you can see. So this is a breakdown of your earning breakdowns by device type and then your top earning category. We're going to be adding additional cards here in the future, but that is the overview. And where things get really interesting is as you come to these different tabs. So we'll break down each of them individually. So influencer onsite. This is your earnings from your on-site commissions. And right here, you have the date. And these cards up at the top will change. So the last 6 months, you'll see your total commissions. Last 12 months, last 24 months, all time. And you'll see that breakdown as you go through each of these dates. And then you can also do a custom date. You can search by ASIN. So if you guys are looking for a specific ASIN to see how profitable it is, maybe you purchased it and you want to see your return, you can search that, or you can just come right here to the return on investment. You can sort this from the best to worst, so the highest ROI to the lowest. And you can see that this product, the retail cost is $14.99. My ROI is 597%. The revenue generated, the total earnings, and you can see it by month breakdown. So that is a really cool kind of insight to see whether you got this via a brand deal, maybe you purchased the product, maybe you found this via the order history scanner. On my personal account, it's absolutely insane to see what my top earning products have come from. And it's mainly brand deals, order history scanner, and products that I have purchased strategically that I was already going to be buying. And I bought them leveraging ViralView. And so this is just going to show you those different purchases, which that does not the earnings through ViralView. It's not taking that into consideration, but maybe that's something that we can add in the future. But it's just going to really give you information and data and visibility that you didn't have otherwise. So that is the influencer on site, and then the associates is the same exact thing. Then creator connections, this is where you can see your top performing campaigns and the products inside those campaigns. So maybe you have a campaign that is generating a lot of revenue, and so that's where you can double down. Maybe make a second video, maybe make a third video, or maybe it kind of died off and you can revive it by tagging the parent ASIN. And speaking of revivals, we'll come over here to the revival opportunities. And this is, again, one of my favorites, is this is going to help you find products that generated commissions, but they haven't in the last month or the last 3 months or the last 6 months. And so you can see right here that the last time that this product sold was May 31st, 2024. And so it's 18 sales. The revenue is $5,300. The total earnings is $229. But I haven't generated a commission in over a year. And so what we can do is we can copy this ASIN. If we hit copy, we can come over here to videos, we could search it up, and then we can edit it and tag the parent ASIN. We are working on this little space right here. There's going to be additional things to make that process easier, so you don't have to copy paste. It's just going to look it up. So again, we're continuing to innovate and make things even easier. And so if you guys have any feedback or ideas, you guys can always send it our way. But that revival opportunities is really cool to know, like, okay, where should I be focusing and retagging parent ASIN? I feel like a lot of people are like, I'm going to go retag all of my videos. But for me, just focus on the ones that have generated sales, but are no longer generating sales, and go retag those instead of just guessing and spending all this time retagging products that might not generate any sales. Because if you come over here to influencer on site, like, you'll see like the return on investment, you'll see there are quite a few products that literally have done absolutely nothing. And that's where ViralView comes in and helps you make sure that you're not wasting your time on just garbage products that don't have any potential, don't have any revenue, has way too much competition. So that is the Profits Dashboard complete breakdown. I'm excited for you guys to dive into it. Again, we're going to be continuing to innovate and add to this. And again, this has been in the works for quite some time. So I'm excited for you guys to officially use it, take advantage of it. And one last thing that I will go over, again, coming back to this refresh creator connections earnings, refresh standard earnings. Again, that's how you're going to make sure that this information right here is up to date. And then your brand deal, making sure, like, if the product received is not checked, it's not going to update right here. So you're going to want to make sure that you're updating that and basically keeping this up to date so that you can see, okay, how are your earnings actually performing? Like, where the free products that you actually got. And the last thing is, since we are collecting the commissions from associates or offsite and onsite, we added an additional button on the accept related campaign. So if we click right here, you're going to see that you can also check the last 30 days. So for me personally, I'm going to be running these find and accept campaigns. And I'll give you the breakdown on how often I'm going to be running each and when. So these video settings, I'm going to be running 2 to 3 times a week. The last 48 hours, I'm going to be running 1 to 3 times per day. And then the last 30 days, I'm going to be running maybe twice, 3 times a month. So that's kind of the breakdown of when I'm going to run each, and you can kind of customize this. and do whatever you want when you want. And so we're just giving you more ability to customize and find those campaigns where you're generating earnings. Because if you have generated an earning in the last 30 days and there's a campaign, well, the chances of that coming in the next month or in the future is pretty likely. And so that's going to make sure that you have that ultimate coverage. So again, there's a lot of updates. We're excited for you guys to dive into it. You have the earnings from ViralView right here, profits dashboard, everything is right here in one spot, which makes it super nice and super easy for you guys to see the information, the insights, the data, the analytics to make the best decisions, to see what's working and see what's not. So we're excited for you guys to dive into it. We appreciate your feedback. And if you guys have any additional ideas that you want to see, but for now, that is the complete breakdown of the ViralView Profits Dashboard. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you in the next one.